Hello, my name is Erica from Me to You Paper Crafts, and today I'm bringing you a cute little treat bag. This is great with Halloween coming up. I love to give out little treats, and I thought this little bag would be perfect for those little miniature chocolate bars. Now, I don't have any chocolate bars to try this out with because I don't think they're out in the stores yet. But I think this will fit a mini chocolate bar, and if not, it will fit something Halloween-y in here. So I wanted to show you this cute little bag, and there's a number of ways in which you can actually close it up, and I'm going to show you another way today. This is a little clip that I had, and I created this little tag for the front of it with a little "for you" on here. But you can use this bag for all different occasions. It would be great as a little Easter treat bag too. So, but we're going to do one for Halloween. So before we get started, I wanted to show you the Halloween stuff that I have purchased from this new August to December mini catalog. I love Halloween, as most of my friends will attest to. I don't have any children or grandchildren. I don't have any children, little children anymore, nor do I have any grandchildren, of course. And so I don't go out trick-or-treating. And I think trick-or-treating this year might be a little bit different just because of this COVID crisis that we're in. But I can make up these little treat bags and pop them in people's mailboxes, which is a great idea. They'd be great for coworkers too. If you are actually working in an office still, you could pop it in your neighbor's mailboxes. You could hand them out to your postman and your delivery people. You know, anybody could use a little treat at Halloween. So I purchased this whole suite, Magic in This Night suite, because I loved all of it. So I purchased the DSP, and the DSP is just wonderful because they have brought in Cajun Craze and Pretty Peacock. I thought these two colors being brought in, it was fantastic with the blacks. And then there's some purples as well. So I bought this Hallows Night Magic bundle, and what really caught my eye were these very fancy looking bats. Look at the design on here. It matches some of the designer series paper, and it has some great little greetings on here. I love the spiders, and I bought it particularly for the framelits that come with it. I did see a demonstrator use this framelit, and she made a little box out of it, which I will definitely have to do. That would also make a great little treat box. Look at these framelits here. Aren't these great? So these could be for either create an image and cut it out, or you could put greetings in there. There's some bats, two different kinds of bats you can cut out, a great spider, and then there are some rose patterns in the paper, and so there's a little rose here with a little stem. And this is a cute little border die. So great little dies that come with this set. So I'm eager to try those out, which I haven't done yet. So I got that. That's a bundle. And if you purchase this, you get 10% off the bundle. I also purchased the Cobwebs folder, the embossing folder. That is going to be a lot of fun, I think, to use. I also purchased these iridescent pearls. These are just gorgeous. They're, you know, blues and greens and purples in there. I thought they'd be really fun to add to a project. I always like a little something extra. Everybody was raving about this metallic mesh ribbon. It's 1.5 inches wide, and it's very, very soft, so it does make beautiful bows as pictured in the catalog. And I think even that on top of a card would look fantastic. So I'm looking forward to using that. And as you know, I like to cut up my papers into 4 by 5.25 inch strips. I just take one sheet from each pattern. And so they're ready to go to make cards. So I like to do that. And then I bought a couple of other stamp sets in here because they have great coordinating Halloween images and some great greetings. So I bought this Ghoulish Goodies stamp set. I just love this. There's some great greetings on there. And then I also purchased, like I said, I love Halloween, and I love the fall. I love the fall. I grew up in Montreal, and I used to just love when the leaves started changing color. So I also bought the Celebration Tidings bundle. There's some fantastic dies in here, which you could also make boxes from. And there's a variety of different greetings. So there are some nice autumn. These are beautiful borders. So look at this one for us for Halloween. There's the little spider web border, and then there's the little spider, and then there's Christmas stuff too. So there are several stamp sets that include 3 occasions. Okay, so you've got this one over here has got something for Valentine's, something for Christmas, and something for Halloween. Isn't that little witch adorable? And this little mouse has hopped on her broom for a ride. Very cute. There's this set here for making little treats or cards, because there's, again, 3 occasions in here. This one I did not purchase, but it keeps calling to me, and there's this cute little tag punch, which is really adorable. So you could make up these cards just by putting the tag punches on there. Really cute. Look at the square pumpkin. Love that. Okay, so 3 seasons in there. I did get the Have a Hoot bundle. I absolutely love this one. And I've made already a couple of cards with that. And then there's this one here. And this one comes with a very fun punch. It's a postage punch. Now, the postage punch comes with another stamp set in the annual catalog. And that's a bundle. So you can get that off for 10%. And often Stampin' Up! Will then create another stamp set to coordinate with it. And that's this one here. So again, some Christmas stuff and some Halloween stuff and Valentine's Day. So that's another great stamp set. And this is another super one. I haven't purchased this one. This comes with some banners, banner punches to create a whole bunch of banners. That's very sweet. That's a bundle as well. And again, more Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And these little images are fantastic for finishing off a card, doing your envelopes and doing the inside of your cards and doing labels or tags. This is a super set. And it keeps going. Here's one more. And this has got Merry Christmas, and it's got a spider web, and it's got, yeah, Christmas and Halloween in here. Happy Halloween. There's a greeting there. And this creates these borders in a frame. So you stamp like that as a frame, and it shows you how to use your Stamparatus for that. So yeah, some fantastic Halloween stamp sets in here. Okay, so now it's time to start creating, now that I've shown you nearly the whole catalog. So I'm going to start my project with a, let me just get my measurements here. This piece of DSP measures 6 by 4.5. Okay, now when you have a directional pattern, you have to pay attention because you're going to create the bottom of the bag. So obviously these bats will be directional when you're doing your scoring. So I'm going to pull out the scoreboard here. So we're going to start on, we'll do the bottom of the bag first just so that you can see what I mean. So I'm going to turn my paper so that the bottom of the bag is on the left hand side, and I'm going to score this on the bottom at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch here, and that creates the bottom of the bag. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it to the long side, and we're going to do several scores, including creating this gusset score in here. You don't necessarily have to score this. You could just fold the bag when you finish creating it, but I have the score lines here for you, so we'll do that. So we're going to first score at 2 inches here. Then we're going to score at 2 3/4 of an inch. Then 4 3/4. And then at 5 1/2. Okay. So then we're going to go back in and see, this is the side of your bag here, and this is the side of your bag here. And so we're going to create another score line in the middle here. So this one is at 2 3/8. So 2 1 2 3/8. Let's score that. And you don't have to score all the way to the bottom. I just go down to about 3 inches. And then you're going to move over to 5 1/8. 5 1/8 here and do another one about down to 3 inches here. So this creates that gusset fold. Okay, and that's all you have to do for that. So I'm going to fold all of my score lines here, and I will use my bone folder. I think I put it away somewhere. I can't see it right now. So I'll just use this other one that I have. Okay, so I'm going to fold on these score lines. Now when you get to the gusset, I'm not going to worry about the gusset for now. I'm just going to score the side pieces. And then score this last one here. Okay, so when we put the bag together, these will fold nicely because there's a score line in there. Okay, so the first thing, you're going to create tabs at the bottom, and so the tabs are created where the sides are, and this becomes the glue tab. It's the narrow end. This is only 1/2 inch over here, so you're going to cut this corner off, and I like to wedge that corner there. This becomes your glue tab. And then I like to wedge at the top a little bit. Okay, so this is where you're going to put your adhesive to close the bag. Okay, and then we're going to finish off this tab down here. So we're going to cut up here. And I like to do a little bit of wedging on that tab. And then we're going to do this one here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull in my silicone mat, and I'm going to put some tape runner down here. Now I am using this new Stamp & Seal Plus. This replaced this older Fast Fuse. Okay, so it's a really, really sticky tape, perfect for creating boxes and bags. So I'm just going to run that down that side like that, and I can actually close the bag like this. Okay, and glue that together. Okay, now this is the back of the bag here, and so when I close this up, I want to put this one down first like that, and then we're going to put glue on this last tab. Okay, so you always put the I did that backwards. Wherever the seam is for the back of the bag, you're going to put that flap up first. Okay, so that the front of the bag has a very smooth finish. See that? So I'm just going to run some tape on here like that. And then I like to hold it sideways like this to make sure that I don't go over the edges. Like that, okay? And then I can stick my bone folder in there and just glue that down. So now notice when I fold these, because I created the score lines, the bag folds beautifully. Okay, so there's my finished edge down here, which is the back of the bag. So there we go. That's the front. You see how it goes all the way around nicely. There's no seam at the bottom. Okay, so now to decorate it, I wanted to use this posted for you stamp, and I wanted to use I wanted to use these little broomsticks here. Very, very sweet. And wishing you a happy Halloween. I think that's a very cute greeting. I think we'll do that one today as well. So I'm going to pull that stamp out. I already have the brooms on a acrylic block. let's just put this one on an acrylic block. There we go. Let's get this the right way up, and I'll get my black ink out. And then I'm just going to trim this down using my little mini trimmer. There we go. So we have our greeting now. And then I want to stamp I'm just trying to grab a piece of Whisper White here. And I'm going to do my broomsticks. So for this, I think I'm going to actually punch it out first because I'm not sure where the punch lands on the paper. So I'm going to put it all the way down to the bottom and then just punch this out. I think I'll be able to stamp on here fairly straight. So let's put our broomsticks on here. These are so cute. Okay, the silicone mat is great for stamping on with your photopolymer stamps as well. Alright, so there's our little broomsticks, and I might add a little color on here. So the backing color I want to do on here is because the papers brought in, they brought in the Gorgeous Grape and the colors in the cardstock or in the DSP is this Pretty Peacock, this Gorgeous Grape, okay, and Cajun Craze. Okay, these are the three other colors that go with the black. Okay, so I think I might decide to pull out some, let's see, what cardstock do I have sitting here at my table? So I don't have to run away from you here. I've got some Cajun Craze scraps, so we'll go with that. And I'm going to pull in a different punch just to make a tag. This punch is called the Everyday Label Punch, and I really like this punch because it can create a really cool label. So there's that. So I'm going to put my I'm going to glue my broomsticks on here. Like that. And I'm not quite sure what I'll do with this greeting yet. It's a little bit big, I think. I could put it sideways like that as a little tag. That's kind of cute. That is kind of cute like that. So I think I want to sponge around the outside edges here just to give it some definition. So I'm going to pull out my sponges, and I think I'm going to sponge it with the same Cajun Craze. So I just have to find that. and open up the page and craze. And we'll give this a little sponge around the outside. Sponging was really popular years ago, and then you kind of see people not using it, and then all of a sudden people start using it again. So I love the way these techniques come and go. Okay. So I'm going to glue this on my bag. Like that. I'm going to put this on last because what I want to do now is I'm going to take out my 1/8 inch punch, and I'm going to punch a couple of holes in the top here, and I'm going to tie it up with some ribbon. Now this new ribbon that I was telling you about, this is way too wide to tie on there, I think. Let me just test something out. Even to get it through that hole, it's going to be too much. So we do have this other ribbon. That is, you can find it in the annual catalog. I just have to locate it. It was on my desk 3 minutes ago. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this ribbon here is called the, what's it called? It's black, of course, and does it even have a name? Black, oh, here, glittered organdy ribbon. It's 3/8 of an inch in width. Okay, now I want to show you a tip. I don't like to cut off a length of ribbon because you may waste some, and I hate wasting ribbon. So what you do is you always leave it on the roll, and then you're going to thread it from the front of the bag to the back. Okay, from the front of the bag to the back, okay? And then you come from the back to the front. And then when you see that you've got enough ribbon for what you want to tie, either a bow or a knot, then you can cut it from the spool. So that's how I like to do my ribbon. So I'm just going to tie a knot in the front. It's too small a bag, I think, for a bow, and so that's just about as much ribbon as I need. So I'm going to tie it up. Okay, and then I'll see how much tail I need on there. Okay, and I want this to sort of go right across. Okay, so now I can trim off. I could have even made this a little bit shorter. So now I'm going, and you want to make it long enough because the person may want to take the treat out and then re-gift it, maybe put another treat in there and then gift it to, pass it on to somebody else. And so I'm going to leave it as a little bit longer so they can tie the bow again. Okay, so there you have your treat bag. Isn't that sweet? Oh yes, and then I wanted to glue this on top. So I might just put it on crooked like that. Maybe I'll stick it on a couple of dimensionals just to give it a bit of height. Wishing you a happy Halloween. That is so cute, I think. I stick that on just like that. Okay, and there's your little treat bag. Now I'll show you the decorating for the other one that I did, very similar, but it was the wrong bag, but I'll just pull that out just to show you. So I used the same ribbon, I used the same tag, I used a different color for the broom and I did a different greeting, trick or treat. Oh, well, I was going to color these broomsticks. So I'm going to pull out my, let's see, I'm just going to pull out my Stampin' Write marker for Cajun Craze, because these are very tiny spots here. Just going to color these in here. Here we go. Cute little treat bag. So I'm going to make a whole bunch more of these and get them ready for Halloween. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you'll go. Now this, you'll notice, is just a little bit shorter, but that's okay because this was the wrong measurements. I had problems with the bottom of the box. So there you go. Now if you wanted this to be a little bit taller, I should tell you that instead of cutting it to, what were my measurements, 6 by 4.5, did I say? Yeah, 6 by 4.5, then make it 6 by 5.5. Okay, so you can make it as tall as you want. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos. And if you click the bell, it will give you a notification of when I've posted a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I will follow this up with a blog post, and so the link will be down below, as well as this month's host code. So if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies that I showed you today, and if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be very, very happy to fill your order for you. So thank you again for watching, and we will see you again soon. Bye for now.